firehouse here?
Go
back to open up the firehouse here?
I think all of our guys are a little old now.
Well, you were very good, very good.
Thank you so much, we appreciate that very much.
But there's always new people out there.
We definitely miss it.
Yeah. I miss you guys too.
Thank you.
That's some good guys on the team.
Oh my God, just falling up.
Not true that.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's like you do.
This is all. This is all right now.
She was like, it's not. She did more to story. Really? I mean, that's a bad thing.
You know Pee Wee, you don't. Kendall, you heard? Their names don't.
Not, it wasn't, his uncle.
No,
His uncle.
Yeah.
But that's not-
Who?
His uncle, it's, I can't think of it.
Not from the village, not from Stone Village, right?
I don't know where.
For you, Boopies.
Yes, Captain. Oh, the son?
The son passed away,
When
yeah.
did that happen?
Today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Boopies. And the husband passed away last month.
Oh, Marvin Kennedy Senior, that's who it is. He was Uncle Marvin Kennedy Senior.
All right, good evening. This is regular meeting of the mayor and council of the borough of Bridgewater Gardens held on February the 11th, 2020. I call this meeting to order and declare quorum present. Would everybody please rise for the pledge of allegiance to the flag of our country and please remain standing for a moment of silence for our military. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. This meeting has been advertised in one newspaper, the Daily Record, in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Attendance?
Councilwoman Cheatham. Here. Councilman Glass. Councilwoman Hitchcock. Councilwoman White. Councilman Lorenzo. Councilwoman Garcia Montez.
Present.
Motion to accept the minutes of January the 28th. Which was, a council meeting, and, February the 4th, which was the budget meeting.
Okay, motion to accept the minutes from January 28th and February 4th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence?
From Anderson and Densler. We went out to receive quotations for removal of 19 trees along Franklin Road. And the contractors have to submit back to me by the 21st of this month, and he sent to 9 different tree companies. He also sent out for 5 inlet repairs along Franklin Road. That also is to be back to me by the 21st of this month. And the work has to be done by April 2nd, which is what the problem was last time. The guys waited like almost a whole year before he got back to us. And we received a letter from Township of Frieden, just letting us know that they are interested in having school board elections moved back to April instead of November. They want to see if any governing bodies want to join them in their fight, because they said this way, with it at November, nobody has a chance to vote on the school budget. If it goes back to April, then people have a chance to vote on the school budget.
I don't understand. What do you mean they don't have a chance to vote on?
Well, because it's not, the school budget, I don't believe is on the whatchamacallit, the November election on ballot.
So what do they do about school?
The state does it, the state approves it.
Without a local vote?
The only thing we vote on is the school board members.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, but not on the budget anymore.
No.
So we'd be looking at the budget and
Well, we wouldn't, but, you know, you would have the right to vote on the budget, which we always used to do. But 8 years ago, they took that away and took the April elections away for school board. And they put everything on in November. But we just never got, in those 8 years, we haven't had the chance to vote on the budget.
I think it would be good to get a chance to vote. Right?
Yeah.
So if you,
So if you want, I can send a letter to them saying that you agree with them.
yes,
Okay.
need a motion.
Everybody, do we need a motion?
So motion to send a letter to what town is it?
Frieden Township.
Frieden Township pertaining the Board of Education budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the last thing I have is from Attorney Feinstock. He sent me a letter telling me that he reviewed the proposed agreement regarding the renewal of shared services with the town of Dover, and everything's okay, and he recommends it be approved by the council and signed by the mayor. And that's it for correspondence.
I'd like a motion to accept correspondence.
So motion to accept correspondence at hand.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vouchers. Did everyone get a chance to look at vouchers? Any questions on any line items? If not, I'd like a motion to pay the bills.
So motion to pay our bills. I got a question. This one for VSP Insurance Company. This was from last council meeting, Deb?
Where, what number?
2020. January charges.
I don't see it on
I don't even have
You don't see it on the voucher list? That's what I was asking about, it, 'cause this one is, this one,
What?
my signature, the other guy's signature, go on the council. Is that already paid, just stuck in your mind?
Maybe because it didn't get paid or something last time.
But it's not on the voucher list.
It might have been from January, because this is a January bill. That's what I'm thinking.
So someone should pay the bill. That was my question. Thank you. Including that one, did you, I need to put that number on?
Yeah, I'll get it when,
Roll call.
Councilwoman Cheatham? Yes. Councilwoman Nickpat?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garcia Montes?
Yes.
Okay. New business, we have a budget meeting next week, which is the 18th at 6 o'clock. And old business, shared services for fire and EMS with the town of Dover.
As I indicated, or as Debbie indicated, I sent her a note that I found it to be in order. questions were raised by Deb, which I answered. And there's virtually no change from
Dave, could I see yours?
the old contract, the old, deal. That's the old one.
Yeah,
There's no
that's the old
change.
one.
This is not the one we just looked over.
No, sure.
Do you have that one, Dick?
Mm-hmm. It's my only copy on, so.
I got a question, Phil, about the charges that might move after.
Well, that's the contract.
Well, maybe that's what I'm saying.
No, well, it's consistent, I understand that, but it's consistent with what's being done now. If they choose to expand their operation, will be taxed in a ratio that we're paying now.
But when we did the other, merger with them, there was other towns involved, no? Oh, this is just with the
No,
fire.
That's just the fire, yes,
Just-
yes, just the
Oh,
fire.
yeah, that was already done.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's good. Okay.
So we need a motion.
Yes.
Need a motion for the shared, for approval of the shared services for fire and EMS with the town of Dover.
So motion?
Sorry.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Cheatham,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitchpath,
Yes.
Councilwoman Garcia Montez.
Yes.
Okay, motion to open the meeting to the public.
So motion to open our meeting to the public.
All in favor?
Jim Gill, 50 Franklin Road. Question regarding voucher 25-2020 for Dell computers. How many computers was that for?
I think it was in the office.
Was it on?
5, I think it is.
5, I'll put overwritten for the actual bill. And 2/6/2020 for Glass Sergeant's Inc. Recreation, $471.
Yes.
What was that for?
That, okay, can you yours?
For the party that, is that the one for the party that we had on
Yes.
Saturday for the seniors?
Is that being publicized and put on the computer and everything?
I didn't get no flyer, so.
It only went out to seniors.
Well, how do you know I'm not a senior? What's the age cutoff for that?
She's mailed out letters.
72.
Okay. Regards to the trees on Franklin, you said there's gonna be 19 of them coming down?
Yes.
Well, there's a couple I saw, especially big ones, that aren't marked. And they're like at the top of the hill.
They might not be ours.
They are, because where you built the wall, the
Uh-huh.
block wall, if you follow that line straight down, that tree is outside the wall that you built.
Do you know where it is? Like,
It's right before Jim Glass's property.
if you're coming up Franklin?
You're going up this way.
Okay.
There's a big tree that, with no roots on the end, but it's just sitting there. And there is one that's further up that you probably, I don't know if it's in the borough, but that tree is the one leaning into the property.
Oh, I know,
So,
yeah, that's on,
it's like the
Monroe
last-
as you
yeah.
come in, yeah, that's
Yeah, how
not
come
ours.
nobody made them take that down for safety reasons? Because isn't there a utility station right there?
No, not where that tree is, no.
Where's that?
That's, when you come up where that thing is, that utility thing, that's on Polk. That tree is on Monroe.
No, there's a right of way right across from that. There's a right of way cut through the property.
Right, but I don't
Where
think, no, I think that tree that's leaning like that is on Monroe.
another property.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And, I wanted to ask about the shared service agreement. It says Dover's supposed to have exclusive use of the, building pertaining to, but it says only for fire and EMS. I mean, has anybody seen what's in that building up there? there's a lot of stuff in there. But it's not fire related, it doesn't look fire related to me.
We sent
Because
them a letter.
according to this, it says it's only supposed to be for fire and EMS related.
We sent them a letter. It's all theirs.
Well, yeah, I doubt it's the boroughs.
There's, notes on it because we had somebody from the fire department come over and ask if we could get rid of it because he thought it was ours.
Okay.
And then when we sent Eddie up there to take a look at it, it has all notes on there that says property of Dover Fire. So we sent them a letter.
Okay, because I mean, if the stuff is supposed to be fire and EMS related, it shouldn't be anything other than that. I mean, I don't know what else they're storing up there.
I don't know,
That's basically some chairs and some tables they have in that room that they're gonna.
In the whole entire bay?
and I
In the
think
whole
there's,
bag, yeah.
isn't there a trailer or something
There's a
up
trailer
there?
too, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not fire
I don't
related.
Yeah.
think
Mhm.
Well, it's theirs, I guess.
Yeah, it's not fire related.
No.
They never use a trailer.
Well, we told them to let us know what they're doing with it.
I'll talk to the chief about when they can get it out, cause I know they're gonna move it.
We did send them a letter.
Mhm.
Just haven't heard back from them yet.
All right, and can you explain to me about the third-party payments? How is that being calculated? Because you guys did approve it. It says that the borough is supposed to get a percentage of this back. How can you approve this contract if you haven't seen that contract? I haven't even seen it yet. I put an over request in. And because their municipal clerk is only working 1 day a week, I have to wait until, I think, the 18th to get a copy of it.
Yeah.
But that was approved in December of last year when Dodd was mayor. And that's,
Third-party payments is on.
they're going through a third-party billing for ambulance calls.
Mhm.
But it says according to our
This
contract,
new contract,
this new contract,
so it
well,
wouldn't be on the old one,
no, it's on the old one too.
so it's the
It's a
same,
carryover.
okay.
But what I'm saying is, if you approve this contract, but not knowing what's in that ambulance billing contract, because they may have something written up that says, all that money goes to them, or all the money goes to them and Dover, but nothing for VG. Because I said, how will that contract affect the borough on the shared service agreement? And they said it would, but they didn't know, so they just approved the contract. So they basically say, get a copy of the contract, you'll be able to see. But that's why I'm asking, you don't even know the answer to that, and you just approve.
Well, we're gonna have a sit down with the mayor and the administrator Dover soon anyway.
Yeah, but don't
So
you think
that's-
you wanna have that before you approve a contract, and you don't even have the full council here?
Well, that's basically right there is what we've had in the past agreement.
And I don't think you can discuss it until they do have until they do contract for it.
Well, before you sign, I mean, you should know this, before you sign a contract, you negotiate all those things.
I
Like-
understand
Like,
that.
we don't make them pay the utility bills up there.
No, I understand that, that's separate from this.
No,
What I'm
it's
saying
in
here
here.
is, we can't decide how to distribute the funds if they haven't yet established. They have to first.
Yeah,
negotiate.
they have through the billing service company, they've already told Dover how they're gonna do it.
Oh, they did.
But that's why I'm asking you, how come you don't know that?
Well, we're gonna find
Because that's
out,
gonna-
we're gonna find out
So how come
exactly.
it's always after the fact we always find out?
Well, for one, I don't even know about the contract itself.
I told you
Then
about
why
this last
approve?
December.
And the other thing is, we have to sit down with them and then we'll discuss it.
It says here, any Dover obligation to Victory Gardens shall be only for those calls for service physically located in the borough of Victory Gardens.
Yeah, keep reading,
Yeah.
keep reading.
Dover shall first
Doesn't even
subtract
matter.
its costs from any third-party payments and then shall apply a percentage to determine Victory Gardens' share of any third-party payments above Dover's costs.
Yeah,
The percentage shall be calculated by taking the prior year's calls for service for fire and emergency services in Victory Gardens and dividing that by the calls for service and fire and emergency medical services for Dover for the year prior. Such percentage shall be applied to the amount of third-party payments after subtraction of Dover's costs.
Right.
And the resulting amount shall be provided as credit towards the next bill due from Victory Gardens.
all right, but how are you coming up with Dover's costs? There's been no formula made up. I mean, that's what I'm saying, you
Well,
agree to an agreement that you don't even
No,
know
I understand.
the other part of it. I mean, typically you want to negotiate all that, just like why are we making them pay the light bill up there instead of the borough? I mean, it's a small thing, cause I've been up
Because
there.
it's our
Wait,
building.
wait.
It's our-
It doesn't matter. You rent a place out, whether it's for $1 a year or.
They're not renting it.
I'm just using it for argument's sake. Whether you give it to them for their use, you don't have to pay the utilities, that usually goes with whoever's using it. How many nights I've been up there and I saw the big light on the front, and they leave lights on all the time up there. They don't pay the bill,
I don't know what they're doing at night, maybe they were on the
there's
call.
nobody there.
Did you ever know, did they ever come back?
And it says in the
And the other-
contract after 10 o'clock.
And the other thing about this, what you were talking about right there is, how can you tell how many calls are gonna be made for about it?
Because you go based on previous years.
So last year, did we get any money back?
No, because they didn't implement the ambulance billing service until
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
So they won't know for another year.
Yeah, but you have to read their contract before you know what you're potentially going to get. But it's like, something like that should have been, the borough should have been part of that. I mean, because it is in this contract. And you're agreeing to
We
something you
We
don't
didn't
even
get copies of
really
their
know.
calls.
Yeah, but you haven't seen their billing
need the
contract.
fee schedule.
You don't know what the borough's gonna get in return, if any.
Well, like I
Maybe they
said,
have
we're
no
gonna
bids at
kind of
all.
sit down shortly with the mayor and the administrator down there.
But these are all things you should have worked out before, saying, okay, we agree with this.
And the whole time, we were trying to work with them when they were going through the ups and downs around Dover, so.
That doesn't
there's-
matter, it's a contract.
There's nothing we could say or do.
But it's something you have to negotiate before you sign a contract or agree to. I think it's a little premature to be agreeing to this now, and especially when you don't have the full council here. Who do we blame, only these 3 people?
Nobody's blaming anybody. I think it was a good deal myself with
Oh,
the
you
protection.
never liked fire departments anyway.
Sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Hey, Jim, real
What?
quick, why don't you tell everybody about the time when we were up at the firehouse, when we had the residents there, when we were talking about this shared service agreement? When all of a sudden, when the residents of the town found out what protection they get when we have a department that's 24 hours a day, not when we have the volunteers. Why don't you tell them that? And why don't you tell them also how upset they were with all of the stories that they heard about what was going on with our fire department?
What stories would they hear about?
Okay.
Stories you tell them? Oh, you're a little fibber. Yeah, I heard a lot.
I do not lie.
I heard a lot of what you
I do
said.
not lie about that. I know some people that would.
I didn't say you lie, I
Okay,
said,
next.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Anyone else from the public? Okay, I'd like a motion to close the meeting to the public.
The motion to close our meeting to the public?
All in favor?
Aye.
With that, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So motion to adjourn our meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is yours. This is mine.
You just came to enjoy our meeting?
Well, it was twofold, to enjoy the meeting, and I thought there was gonna be a little discussion on.
But that was not on our agenda. But I was gonna talk to the attorney about that right there.
On what?
However you need to, yeah.
Well, it's after the meeting, we can discuss, we can talk about it, right?
We're not gonna take any
We
action.
can do it. What?
Yeah, we're not taking any action. It should have been addressed at the open session, so why don't you reopen the meeting? They've come out, we may as well.
I would like a motion to,
Yeah, motion to reopen.
There you go.
Session.
okay.
Good thing you said so.
Gotta get you back on.
I'd like a motion to reopen the meeting.
So motion to reopen the meeting?
All in favor? And I'd like a motion to open the meeting to the public.
So motion to open the meeting to the public?
All in favor?
Aye.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, and thank you for opening up a moment or two for us. First of all, it's great to see everyone, and certainly hope everyone's doing well.
Please pull the microphone closer.
Sure. My name is John Filipski, former fire chief here in the borough, and I have Mike Foote here with me tonight. Together, we're the president and vice president of the North Jersey chapter of SPANFA, which is a national organization involving antique fire apparatus and the history of antique firefighting apparatus. So we're the local chapter. The North Jersey chapter is called Antique Fire Association of New Jersey. There's a Central Jersey chapter and there's 2 Southern Jersey chapters. So basically we came here tonight for the exclusive topic of trying to see if we could utilize the firehouse as a meeting location for our group, and to kind of give us a home, whether that be temporary, permanently, however it might fit into the plan, if it were to fit into your plans, to utilize the fire department, the meeting room area only, the assembly room. We have roughly a quarterly meeting at this point, and basically, just if guys want to go up on a Sunday morning for social coffee or something of that nature. It's not a party type of group, it's an older group, as you can imagine. And so there's no issues as far as that goes. What we would offer to be able to try to get back to the borough in exchange for that would be maybe trying to pick up a utility bill or 2. Also try to definitely upkeep of the inside of the meeting room area, cleanliness of that, so it's prepared for your functions that you have up there. You still have the parties and things that you always had. And we probably could also supply some manpower to assist in those parties if needed, whether it's setting up tables, helping run the function, anything of that nature. And we wanted to come by tonight because we knew that you were getting ready to enter your agreement, your mutual aid agreement. We didn't know if that was going to be something that would affect this or not, if that would have to be, labeled that we have the rights to that meeting room area if this becomes something that you decide to find suitable for the borough.
At this juncture, I think the first approach would have to be made to Dover, since they have exclusive use of the facility, except for certain parties that we have. So for all intents and purposes, it's theirs.
Okay. We didn't know if that would be the way to go.
It would have to be the way to go, because you would be infringing upon time limited or dedicated to them.
Okay.
I don't imagine that we would have any.
And don't they just use the bays?
It's just the bays that they use?
Yeah, they utilize the bays, they don't use the room.
Not when they do reports?
Nope.
Or when they do?
No, they use the bays and the bays only.
Yeah, they have a computer down there.
They just use the baby.
They use the base.
Just the bays?
Yeah.
See, we thought if this did, if this decided to be something that, that made sense for both parties, that, maybe we could isolate that area so that there's no infringement,
How many are in your group?
We have 25 members about right now, but that also includes departments as a whole, like so a fire department or a company can join, and at a meeting we only get no more than 12.
And how many days, you said quarterly, so
It's a quarterly
4
meeting
times?
that we have, yeah, so about 4 times a year, unless there's any other special events going on that we need to have a meeting. But we also, one of the things we wanted to try to key in on as well is doing some fundraising for our group. And the second part of that is we're looking into, Mike here had a great idea for at least Morris County alone, and possibly Sussex and Warren counties, and that's to implement a canteen unit, which we would make available to the borough here first and foremost. If the second part of this were to come down the road, that would be possibly utilizing the third day up there, which we could address down the road. At that
And what is the
point.
canteen?
The canteen unit would be basically like a food truck that would go out on emergency scenes, disasters. Up here in the borough, let's say, God forbid, we lost power like we had in the past, for extended periods of times. You get a bad storm, things like that. We can set the truck up, provide the borough residents, hot food, you know.
The third bay would be an issue because that's where we're trying to get those tables and chairs out of because Dover wants to utilize the third bay now.
Oh, they do?
They do want to utilize the third bay.
Oh, okay, all right, so that would take care of that issue then, or that question. Thank you. So then, at this case, then at this point, it would just become the meeting room.
Well, I don't think we could unilaterally give you that authority. We can always have an addendum to this contract.
Okay,
And I guess the people would have to still discuss it or at least apprise them of what has been requested of us.
So you're gonna check it out with Dover? Is that what
We
you're
had a
saying,
meeting,
Bill?
right?
Have a meeting with them and talk
Yeah.
to them about this.
Yeah, talk to them about this, right, so, and as I say, it wouldn't, if it's agreed to, we just put an addendum
okay.
on the contract.
We just thought maybe that this would be the time to address it.
Well,
Well, that, yeah,
Right,
and it's
maybe
good,
you're
no
on
way,
close enough.
the rest of council's not here either.
Right, right.
So that's good that we know about it and they'll know about it.
That's
They'll
right,
get it all
yeah, that's what it was, it
together.
was basically just to kind of, you know, introduce who we are and what we're about.
But John, you also mentioned about Sunday morning coffee. How often would you plan on doing that? Is that
It
still
wouldn't really be like a scheduled thing, it'd be just like, if, you know, Mike says, hey, you wanna go up and look at some pictures, or just kinda, you know, a couple of guys drive, like in the past, you know, guys would drive by there, and there was always somebody there, it seemed, when we had the department up and running, it just, things happen, kinda just, you know, by driving by sometimes, so there really is no set, you know.
And then
Well,
at that
Fridays on
any time,
Sundays,
anybody could just go.
Correct, yeah, and like we could work out some kind of a key system where we only like had maybe a key to the front door or the back boiler room door or something to try to isolate it, you know, or something like that, or, you know.
Leave the key under the mat.
Yeah, there you go, on the nail, right?
Basically, we're all just retired, volunteer, and paid firefighters that don't go and burn in buildings no more. We preserve the history, the antique fire trucks. We do the antique muster at Horseshoe Lake in September and September every year. We do the picnic at the fireman's home for all the guys in the nursing home. We go down there, we cook for them once a year. You know, they come out in their wheelchairs, their beds, and their
Right.
families.
How many are in that facility?
In the home now,
Yeah.
Currently, what did they say, they just gave kind of an update, I wanna say maybe around 65 or so, but they're also building a brand new dementia wing there. So they've got a massive undertaking going on right now,
if
so.
you've never been to the museum, put that on your bucket list.
The whole home is just,
Yeah, it's
so, you know, it's one of the only ones, you know, so. But, so that's, all right, that's all.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
I
you.
appreciate your time, and thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
up for
We'll
us.
discuss with Dover and
Thank
the
you.
other council.
Thank you.
members.
All right, appreciate that.
Okay. Okay, I'd like a motion to close the meeting to the public.
So motion to close our meeting to the public?
All in favor?
Aye.
And I'd like a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So motion to adjourn our meeting?
All in favor?
Aye.